I like going live 2 minutes early because Brett Sheridan and Kris Carr are always early. I'm like, oh, they're hosts that I know. But we are going to be talking about Zelda. They just cast Zelda. We're going to talk about that. That's big. Zelda and Link have been cast. Rian Johnson says that the scrapped Star Wars trilogy didn't come together because of Knives Out. Okay. What else is a new Supergirl poster? Stranger Things final season poster is out there too. And there's I Know What You Did Last Summer. The social media reactions, including yours truly, is out there. I saw 2 movies last night, back to back. We'll talk about that more. Kris Carr finally saw Superman. Brett Sheridan is here. So that's it, guys. Let's get into it. It's myself, Kris Carr, Brett Sheridan. Here we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It's Wednesday. It's Kristian Harloff show here today, and joining me on the show Wednesday, as always, my team. Kris Carr is here. Hello, Kris.
Hey, guys.
And Brett Sheridan in the house. Brett Sheridan, you're almost at 3,000 subscribers now. You're almost at 1,000.
Can you believe it?
almost 1,000. That's pretty good. You're at 600 right now.
Yeah, 650. I think I'm pretty. I loved your response to me yesterday. I was like, get me to 1,000 by Wednesday. And you're like, can you work for $3 an hour? I'm like, that's a very interesting way to make know.
Brett's coming in to do some stuff at my new place, and his hourly rate is outrageous. And, anytime he asks for me now, I always ask for an outrageous amount of dollars off of his hourly rate. But no, Brett's there. Brett, throw the link of the channel in the live chat so people can subscribe. Let's get Brett to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the show. That'd be amazing.
I'm such a good host. I never look at the live chat because you told us not to.
Yeah.
So I'll have to pull that up. But.
You're gonna have to do that. We're gonna revamp the look of the show as far as just the graphics and stuff. And so we're gonna stop using the hosts will stop using StreamYard, and it'll be easier for them not to look at the chat, myself included. So
oh no, I love the chat. I'm always in there.
I don't like it.
Sorry.
I don't
I didn't know that. Oh, you can just click on comments on the side. Yeah. It wasn't like I was being good. I just was being stupid.
Yeah. But Kris, somehow you get away with it. You know why? Because you're still engaged in the conversation. Mm-hmm. And I unless I'm not going to pretend that I didn't know that you weren't in there. I knew you were in there, but it never affects like your conversation. Like you don't like stop in the middle of the conversation and start talking about the chat and something in the chat said or something like along those lines. So I don't really ever know. You do it sneaky.
Okay. I can stop though if I need to. I just always feel bad when people at me. Yeah,
I know, but I also don't like to throw the vibe off like if you're in the middle of having a conversation, someone says something stupid and it throws you off. But nonetheless, we've got a lot to discuss here too. Were you guys Zelda fans?
Oh, I love Zelda.
Brett, is that you being sarcastic?
Oh, no. I actually it was a very proud moment where, I was going through, I didn't get past like the third one, but I was going to beat every Zelda and get up to like Breath of the Wild at the time had just come out.
Right.
And I beat Zelda 2 and I had several gamers tell me like, oh my gosh, you beat Zelda 2? That's a really hard game. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm pretty much a hardcore gamer, but I love Zelda. I have it on GameCube. I have it on several different platforms. Of course, the Switch, and then I have the old school ones that I get with the Switch subscription plan.
Well, my brother was a big Zelda fan, and I remember being around the house for a long, long time. And now. My daughter had gotten into it recently, probably a couple of years ago, but she was very excited about it. But people were wondering when they were going to do this live action. This was something that should have happened. It absolutely should have happened a long time ago as far as the live action, but they're doing it. So that's not where is it? So is that the right one? Hunter Schafer. I don't know that. Let's see. No, hold on. Where is it?
Oh yeah, that was a big casting
Oh,
pick.
the fan
A lot
cast.
of people wanted Hunter to be her.
I
Yeah.
didn't know what the story was. Hold on a second. Let me find. I'm trying to find the right story. I don't even know how that story came to be. Where is this? Legend of. There it is. There it is. Sorry, everybody. I was trying to find out who was cast, not who wasn't cast, and we will find out who was cast right now. Variety. Legend of Zelda. Ragu. Get out of here, Ragu. Legend of Zelda live action movie cast Bo Bragson and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth as Zelda and Link. Okay. Nintendo and Sony's live action Legend of Zelda movie has unveiled its Zelda and Link. In a social media post on Wednesday, Nintendo's Shigeru Miyamoto revealed that Bo Bragson will be playing Zelda with Benjamin Evan Ainsworth as Link, alongside what seems to be the first look photos of the actors in costume. Pleased to announce that for the live action film of The Legend of Zelda, Zelda will be played by Bo Bragson and Link by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth's son, reads the post on Nintendo's official account. I am very much looking forward to seeing both of them on the big screen. Is this the actual picture of what they're? Oh, I wonder. As far as how they is that them in costume? I don't know. Maybe not. Either way, I am not familiar with these two actors. Are you, Kris?
Me neither. No, not at all. But I do like that they've cast so young, because so often Link is like a child essentially at the beginning of these games. What
it also allows you to do is let's keep going.
Yeah.
And if it does as well as it potentially could. And I like the idea that they're taking a shot of doing, look, we don't, like you said, we didn't know who these two kids were, but let's cast them in the role. People know the name. They know Zelda. It's a very popular franchise in general, one of the most popular video games of all time. I'm excited for it because anytime you can do a new fantasy movie, I'm on board, especially if you're going to put the kind of effort into it that I believe that they're going to for this one, because this is one of Nintendo's biggest properties. But even some of the stuff that my daughter was playing in one of those games recently, it was just cool looking. Like the big giant monsters that he's fighting. And what I'm curious about is, because there's so many different iterations of Zelda, are they going to do like the beginning of it? They're going to do like because the last game, doesn't he like get frozen and he's like hundreds of years later he wakes up or something like that? Link,
he's got like a cell phone. It's weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's got.
He does. He basically has an iPhone.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think they would do these temples and he can like teleport and stuff.
Oh.
It was my son played it and was obsessed with it, and I was like, this is not my Zelda, but the new ones are incredible. And what is it? It was the first open world Zelda.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Which is really, really cool. So you can also just kind of go on quests and cook. I play it like it's Cooking Mama with horses.
Yeah.
Where do you think they should start, Kris? Should they, because yes, we know that they have the hardcore fans that understand it, but I don't think it's as well known. It's not like Spider-Man, where like everybody knows the origin of Spider-Man and Batman. This is like something new. Do they just start like from the beginning, the first like actual story of what this is about?
Well, what's really weird about Zelda is you jump around in the timeline so much. So the games don't happen in a linear fashion. And even within the games, there's often a lot of time travel elements or kind of past life regeneration things that happen. Sure. If you actually want a really great breakdown on this, I'm going to do a shameless self-plug. On Two Filthy Casuals, we had Scott O'Neill, who is the incredible editor for Cinnamon Toast Ken. He came on and talked to us about the various Link and Zeldas, and it's a great, great episode. But where I think you should start, honestly, for a movie like this, and this is, I'm sure people are going to think this is just an obvious choice, is Ocarina of Time. That game is so great. There's so many things you can do with it. But then there's also really cool things like Majora's Mask. There's an incredible fan-made film on the internet that was made several years ago that is still so good. So you really can't go wrong as long as you focus on the key components. It's a battle of good versus evil. You've got Ganondorf in there, you've got Zelda in there, and you've got Link coming to help out. So you can do a ton of stuff, but Ocarina is probably where I would go.
I'm excited to see what they do with this.
Except for the section where you have to catch a bunch of chickens. That one was very annoying.
You keep that in. You keep that in, or what are we doing?
I mean, let's get maybe a little Easter egg, but that one took me a good couple hours.
I need to have chicken finding, and I need to have very horny fairy ladies. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Have you seen your daughter play it, Kristian, and hear like,
Ugh.
yeah,
No,
very horny fairies in this.
I just remember again just fighting like this giant monster that I kept trying to help her beat. I couldn't do it because then
Was it Ganon?
maybe I don't know, maybe, but I'm glad that actually
I know something this time. This is odd for me.
Yeah,
Brett, what's your favorite kind of monster?
Oh, I like that rock one. I can't think of the name, but that has has the gems and things sticking out of it, or crystals.
I like that. Are they mogoblins or moblins? The pig goblin things? Yeah.
And you can put on a mask to confuse them. It's a fun game.
It's super
do you
fun.
think? But when it comes to because look, they need this movie to obviously they want it to become a massive, huge franchise, right? How do you get casuals involved in this? Because the stuff you guys are talking about too, there's a lot of inside baseball in there too. But like, how do you get casuals into? And I think there's an easy answer to this. I'm just curious your take on it, Kris. How do you get people locked into Zelda?
Oh, great storytelling. I mean, that's what everything comes down to, right? It's as hard and as easy as that is great storytelling. Because the same kind of thing of how did we get people into Game of Thrones? When my friends were talking to me about fire and ice and all of that, it was, okay, cool. I guess that sounds interesting. Same thing with, the Dresden Files or other kinds of IP that have been adapted. So really great storytelling is your linchpin here. The other things that I'm interested in about how they're going to tell the story too is if there's going to be a lot of dialogue, because it's not a dialogue heavy game, particularly for Link. So it's also just kind of how do you do a fantasy story that feels unique to the Nintendo world, but also is really inclusive to get new people on board if they aren't as familiar with the games. So you just have to do some really cool fantasy stuff.
That's a great point. I mean, it really is. It's all like anything else. I was talking about it today with like the writing. We'll talk about that freaking Smurfs movie in a little bit. But like I never ever take someone serious when they say, "Oh, that franchise is dead. That franchise is dead. That franchise might be hurting. That franchise might be on life support, maybe, but it's never dead, because any franchise that can hire someone that can tell the story, and I always use Karate Kid and Cobra Kai as an example. Always, like, who in the world thought, like, if I said, "Oh, they're going to do a Karate Kid series," you'd be like, "Why? Like, why would you do that?" Because you'd see what they did in the new movie is ultimately what you would think that they were going to do for the TV show, but they didn't, because the creators created it like it was their Star Wars. They really understood it. The characters and everything about it, and they stretched it out to like 6 or 7 seasons, whatever it was. And I always say the same thing about like Terminator. Terminator to me is a franchise that no one has gotten right since the second movie. And it's dead. Stop making them. No, look at Predator's another example. After that Shane Black movie, it's dead. And I thought Prey was a great example of go back to the root. Yeah, we'll go back to. I mean, I'll talk about I Know What You Did Last Summer, which is another one that I saw last night. Like, how do you do things and still make people interested in it? And what Kris said, I think, is 100% right. And that's like, it's all about storytelling. It's all about, do I care about what you're trying to do? And I think Zelda has a shot. So these kids, they look the character.
Oh yeah, and it's got the CG can't be bad. It's got to look great too. There's a lot of really cool, like of the bosses and what have you, and even the people look kind of interesting. I wonder if they'll go with like which iteration of the village people in there, not the village people that Kristian, but the people of the village.
Frankie and Joe. What do you guys make of all this? What do you think about the cast? Are you familiar with the cast? Do you think this is the right look for the cast? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know, whether it is in the live chat, whether it's in the comments, and of course on the Clips channel. Every day we're building up on that Clips channel, and I hope you guys will be a part over there. Okay, so guys, you have Rocha to contend with this week. Rocha is in the lead, and Rocha has 137. You guys today, so far, close with a big 9. I love that you guys are like the bad news bears of this game.
Oh, we're creeping on him slowly. We're gonna get him.
We're playing a long game.
Yeah,
it makes me in the text chain. It's amazing. It's just like like when you guys go back and forth. Please continue to do what you're doing. Anytime the winner is because you always it bounces back and forth, and it's like it's like Brad and Kris. Oh, we'll see today. Maybe today's the day. We'll find out. All right, I want to talk about these two movies that I saw yesterday. I'm pretty sure the embargo has dropped for both of them. I'll double check, but I know at least the social. So I'll keep it brief for now until I can talk a little bit more on it. So yesterday, the first time, in a long time, I did a double feature, and I got lucky because they screened it at the New York. The AMC Empire, which is on 42nd, and the first one was at 5:30, and it was the Smurfs, and the second one at 7:30 was I Know What You Did Last Summer. So it literally bounced right into the next one. So I just did a double feature. So I went into it going, I like the Smurfs. I'll watch it to see like what my 7-year-old would think of this if I was going in that way. Like even if I can get some of the references and I go in there and I feel like a kid again and go in there, great. So the song it starts up da, 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 and I'm like, all right, I'm in, right? And then the movie starts, I'm like, I'm out. It was the story is so stupid. Let me double check and make sure that I can actually I want to see if I can talk about when the embargo drops. Because
that was the best one-word review you've ever given of anything. And then 5:30 was Smurfs.
Yeah. So July 16th to 12 p.m. I can talk about it. Okay. 12 p.m. Yeah, it was Smurfs. And it was atrocious. It was atrocious. It was a chaotic mess. And I was not expecting it to be like that bad. I expected, okay, fine. Maybe I just won't be into this. And maybe it's one of those movies that it's just like, all right, I'll go and I'll take my little one if anything, if she wants to see something. First of all, I asked my 7-year-old if she was even interested. She's like, oh, Smurfs. And that's definitely
of course not. She's a little gangster. Why is she gonna go?
She didn't want to see that. She did not. She does want to see Ilya. They want to see Ilya.
Oh, okay.
But that Smurfs movie, like it was so there's so much. Like first of all, James, what's his name? Who's the guy you said the British guy that does the Corden? James Corden, right?
Yeah.
He plays No Name Smurf, and so No Name Smurf needs to find a name. He doesn't have a purpose in the village, and so who's he help? Who's his best pal? Smurfette, played by Rihanna. There's there's no bad performances in this. It's what Kris was talking about before. It's a terrible script. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, let's find the guy named Great. And then there's a magic book that Gargamel's brother wants to find. And then they're going through different galaxies and universes. And there's animation. Then they're in the live world. And for some reason, they're running around with people in Paris. And then there's no Neil Patrick Harris. It's just people with shoes on. And then they're going back and forth. And it's like, it was so chaotic. The movie was so chaotic. And I was like,
people with shoes on.
Did you want this movie to be more Feet Finder-esque? Like what?
Yeah. I don't know what it was. I'm just saying. It was just so bad. And it just wasn't funny. And it was painful.
Is this the second or the third or what?
I don't know.
Because I remember thinking the first one that came out that was live action, I found very meh. But I didn't think it was bad. It was okay. And I think it's when my son was little. But I don't know why they can't find a good Smurf story.
They did the live action version with Neil Patrick Harris like twice, right? And then they decided let's just go animated. And I thought those worked. They did one, and it's not just because Julia Roberts was there, but they did one with her that I thought was pretty good. And then there was a couple of those that were fine. This is it's just like I couldn't believe it. I felt myself kind of dozing off at one point. I couldn't believe it. I was like, it was brutal.
Maybe it's the people with shoes that ruin it. But I think maybe it's the human element because the cartoons were just Gargamel was the only one, and that rascally cat of his.
Gargamel's buried. He's the sidekick villain kind of because his brother is now the new one, and it's like Anyway. I just remember it's so loud and chaotic. There's a lot of good voice actors or just actors in general in it, but it's bad. So I get out of that one and I'm like, okay, now what's next? I guess now I know what you did last summer, which I just have never really been. I'm not a fan of slasher films in general. I think I'm going to be in the minority with people here. I enjoyed watching this movie. I think the ending is going to be very controversial to people in general. I think you're either going to be on board with it or you're going to be out, because I was invested in it. I was invested in the movie, and I said, and the reason why, very similar to other things that I've seen recently, I said, oh, this movie knows exactly what it wants to be. I feel like I'm watching a movie that was made in the late 90s, and they're continuing over this rehashed stuff. It's like, how likely is it that the same thing happens, again?
Yeah.
But putting it more towards a Scream type of scenario, which is what they're trying to do this time around. And it just, it had moments to me that worked. It was nice to see this new cast, which I didn't really know anything about. I know I ended up liking them, and loved seeing our boy Freddie Prinze Jr. come back, and Jennifer Love Hewitt. It was nice to see her back. So I was never a big I Know What You Did Last Summer fan in the first place, but I did somehow feel the nostalgia that they were going for. But Kris, were you a big I Know What You Did Last Summer fan? No, you're not horror. You didn't like horror at all. So no, you probably didn't know.
I hate it. And it's such a shame because the people in the horror community are so nice. I always feel bad that I don't like their stuff. It's just not for me.
Then you probably definitely won't like this.
No, I mean, I'm not going to do I Know What You Smurfed Last Summer double feature. That's crazy.
No, yeah. I did. Actually, this is one of my things, out of the theater reaction last night. I said, oh, I know what people are going to say already. They're going to go, look at this guy. He's the older guy reviewing kids' movies. I said, Smurf you. I'm going to do exactly what the hell I'm going to do, because I'm going to review it for my kids.
Is this still in that Scream comedy, like horror that we had a ton of in the 90s, like that?
No, it's
not so scary, or was it scary?
Yeah, nah. I mean, it's like the formula has been done so many times. It's like almost impossible to be scary, because you just know what it is. The same way the Final Destination. Those movies aren't scary. It's more about like, okay, what are the kills interesting when they do them, or how that?
Yeah.
And the thing is, for this movie, what I think, I don't think this is going to be a critic's favorite at all. I think critics are going to bash the hell out of it, right? I think that fans are going to dig it. They're going to have a fun time. But I think the hardcore fans are either going to really love where they go with it, or they're going to hate it, because I think they're going to be invested in the story, but it's a matter of where they go at the end of it. That I said to myself, if I was a real hardcore fan at this point of this franchise, would I like that? I said, I don't know. I said, I'm not sure. So I'm curious to where that's going to go. We'll see. Yeah, that's it.
Two great reviews, man.
Yeah. Well, I liked, but I gave
Smurfs. I think Smurfs, keep it animated, keep humans out of it, just Gargamel or somebody like it could be his brother, but I think that maybe it's just the goofiness of them mixed into the real world, because that kind of bugs me. I like them to stay in their village.
But that's the thing. I agree with you. And when they went there, I was like, wait, they're going to do this again? But they don't even, but that's the whole point. They don't even spend that much time there. It's just a gimmick. They're going in between worlds, and they go to like a human village, and there's nothing. That's what I'm saying. You see people's feet, and it's like, there's no like real. Then Gargamel's brother's castle is actually in the human world at one point. It makes no sense. And I would like to see it be a really good animated Smurfs movie with a real story, real heart and emotion to it. And that's the type of stuff that could work. This doesn't work. It smells like old farts.
I feel like you do something like Trolls, or even like A Bug's Life, where it's their beautiful way of life is being encroached upon by something else, some other force that is a similar stature and similar like mythical kind of little guy.
Yes, and I think that for me, the two review rankings that I gave it, because I did my reviews and I'm going to post them, but you get the scores here first. I gave Smurfs 1.8 out of 5, and I gave I Know You Did Last Summer 3 is fresh. I went 3.1 for my enjoyment of the film. I went 3.1. So there we go. Do you guys have any interest in seeing either one of these movies? Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. We got more topics. Kris Carr finally saw Superman. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But before we do, I want to tell you guys about Trade Coffee, that cold brew now. How about that? I know how much you guys love Trade. Well, if you didn't already, you're going to love them even more. Cold brew now. This is what they got. For me, I love drinking cold brew. I used to rely on the old grocery store concentrate of the $6 cafe runs, and it's tough. Mostly out of what I thought it was convenient. But as you know, I found Trade. I love Trade. It's so easy now just to make cold brew at home. Plus, it tastes way better, and it costs so much less than buying out. Trade. What's Trade? You know Trade, but I'll tell you again, Trade is the #1 coffee destination in the U.S. for both hot and cold coffee drinkers. They've sourced the best beans from top roasters across the U.S., and now they have a special cold brew collection. You got to check it out. They've teamed up with 15 roasters to create a special cold brew bean collection. It ensures your cold brew at home tastes exactly how it should, smooth and delicious. I love it. I'm telling you, it is so much easier. It has been so convenient. I mean, how long have I been talking about Trade? 2 years? And I don't talk about somebody that long and stay with them that long if I don't love them and fell in love with them. And that's what I love. Limited time, Trade is giving 50% off a month of cold brew. Did you hear that? 50% off. That's over 60 cups of cold brew for 50% off when you go to drinktrade.com/Kristian. That is drinktrade.com/Kristian. Get 50% off 1 month of cold brew. drinktrade.com/Kristian. People keep reaching out to me and keep telling me about how much they love Turtle Beach. And I said the same thing I say every time someone says that. I say, I told you just so. It's the best. I love Turtle Beach. It just enhances your gaming experience in general. I told you guys I was playing Indiana Jones, and I love the game so much. And I wonder if one of the reasons I love it so much is because of Turtle Beach and the headset that I have. It's so good. It just brings back the feeling of the old school kind of gaming. This Gen 3 Stealth 700 headset that they have, it's really like stepping into the golden age of gaming all over again. But with the catch that this time, the audio is richer. The surround sound's more immersive. The battery lasts an insane 80 hours. No more crackly mics, no more missed call-outs, just pure uninterrupted gaming exactly the way you remember it, but better. It's the best. What I love about Turtle Beach is not just the headsets. They have every gaming accessory you could ever want, and they're all high quality at prices that don't break the bank. From flight racing simulators to controllers, keyboards, and mice, Turtle Beach is the ultimate gaming cheat code. So this is what you do. You head to turtlebeach.com. Use that code Kristian for 10% off your entire order. 10% off your order at turtlebeach.com with that promo code Kristian. You're going to purchase it. They're going to ask you, they say, hey, where'd you hear about us? You say, Kristian told us about it. Please support our show. Tell them that we sent you. Get the ultimate immersive gaming experience with Turtle Beach today. Thank you to Turtle Beach. Thank you to Trade Coffee. That cold brew, man, that's the way to go. So make sure you check it out. Links are in the description. Please go and do so. All right, guys. We are going to get... What are you doing over there, Brick?
We switched... Oh, there we go.
Whoa.
Look at that.
We're going to get to Kris Carr's thoughts on Superman in just a bit here. And you guys, hey, just 20. Not bad. Got 20 already. That's nice. Not bad. How about that? Kris Carr, what do you think about Superman? What were your thoughts? I told you to save it. You didn't even tell me yet.
No, I really loved it. You were right. Nice. I really, really enjoyed it. It's so comic booky, and it feels like just opening the comic book pages and jumping into the story, which I loved so much. I love that this movie is full of hope. I love that it is well-balanced humor. I love the ensemble cast. There are a few things I had some issues with, a couple pacing things. I still don't like the teeth on the camera. The eye stuff. James Gunn, stop. Just stop, okay? Don't have your monsters have big old eyeballs that people poke. It makes me feel very uncomfortable and like you're going to come get me one day. There were a couple little things here and there. Ultraman I had some issues with, but mostly because I found myself being an actually and going, well, in the comic books, and then I had to reassess myself. But overall, I think it was really fun and joyful. And my favorite thing about it ultimately is it felt like its own thing. It didn't feel like it was trying to be Marvel. It didn't feel like it was trying to be the Snyderverse or say anything bad about the Snyderverse. It just was its own entity. And it felt like watching a Superman cartoon or reading a Superman for All Seasons. I adored it.
It's funny because I saw somebody who said, like, people got to stop saying this movie's divisive and that half people like it and half people don't. Every comment that I see will either be like, I loved it, I hate it, I loved it, I hate it, I love it. A perfect example, regular, and then someone's argument was, well, that's only because in this type of conversation, the regular people aren't saying that. I was walking out of the theater last night, and as I'm walking out of I Know What You Did Last Summer, there was this older, well, it was a family. A guy probably in his 30s and with his, I don't know if his wife, or just assuming, well, and then was his either mom, dad, uncle, aunt, whoever, but these people must have been in their 70s. And so the woman goes, the man goes, that pretty good. And she goes, I'm never letting you choose ever again. And she's like, that was horrible. And he goes, horrible. It was good. Superman, he's flying around, he's doing a thing. And the woman, the younger woman is like, it was like, I wish I had all this on tape. The younger woman's like, yeah, I liked it. It was fun. And the 30-year-old guy's like, it's like, and so it's like all different opinions right there in front of us going, wow, all these people just saw the same movie, but saw a different movie. It was crazy. And so it just depends on how you were looking at. My uncle, who wrote me, someone said, what did your uncle think of the movie? His thoughts on it were, I'll read his text, because he is not someone who's, he sees like one movie a year, maybe two. And he told me he was going to see Superman. And what did he say? So he said, it's a good summer movie. I thought most of the actors were great, especially Lex Luthor and Mr. Terrific. I did, however, think the storytelling was a little choppy with the clone angle and a couple of other things, but we had a good time. And I think that's a fair review for, know. So, but what did you think, Kris? We've been having this debate, and there's this big thing on the comments yesterday. And let me preface it first. I've never read Woman of Tomorrow, so I have no reference. So if somebody has read Woman of Tomorrow and sees the introduction to Kara, they know the backstory. I do not. I have not seen that. So what did you think of the introduction of her? A, as someone I assume who's read that comic?
Yeah.
Okay. And then B, that they took the choice to do that knowing that some people have not read that comic.
I think it's actually a really smart introduction, because if we just see her as this kind of vapid party girl who's a little mean to her kind of corn-fed cousin, the turn that we're going to have in the movie is going to be much more heartbreaking. So if you haven't read this comic, and this is not a spoiler, but in this version, this Kara Zor-El, she's dealing with all the trauma of seeing her planet destroyed. She saw everyone she ever knew and loved die. She saw her home world exploded. And so she is just drowning herself in alcohol where she can effectively get drunk, and is just trying to cope, basically. She isn't particularly interested in being a hero. She's just dealing with this incredible sense of hopelessness and trying to figure out why she's here, because she was mostly just there to protect her cousin. And when they meet up, he's grown, he's fine. So what's her purpose? Why is she still here? Why did she survive? Yeah, so I think it's a very fun way to go, oh yeah, this was a funny, cheesy little bit. And then we dive into this movie and go, oh no, she's not partying because it's fun. She's partying because she's a mess.
Right. Well, they got a new poster already. They're going full in. So instead of look up, look out. Ooh. Supergirl, DC Studios chief James Gunn has released the first piece of official poster art from next year's Supergirl movie. The poster's quite early release, almost a full year before the film opens, is likely motivated by the cat being let out of the bag in regards to the character having a brief cameo in Superman. The photo of Millie Alcock in costume filming that cameo was released and widely circulated online, to the point that the studio has opted to publicly reveal her appearance from the cameo in the new art. Following her breakout turn on House of the Dragon, Australian actress Millie Alcock takes the role of Kara Zor-El, Supergirl, in the film, which is based on the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow limited series comic by Tom King. Also starring our Eve Ridley. Okay, so there you go. That's the actual poster right there. Poster's cool. I get it.
I like it.
Yeah, and I like the director. So everything that is going for it so far, I liked it. I like what they're doing. And maybe there's a good tone. And look, the backstory that everyone's telling me sounds great. And if I have more reference when I see this movie, if I went up really liking the movie and understanding everything you just talked about there, Kris, then I can go back and watch the scene and go, oh, now I get it. Right. But as initially seeing it, I'm going, she's an asshole.
That's the hope. That's the hope. I think that you'll go back and go, oh, whoa, I have a really different perspective on this now.
Right.
And just real quick, because the internet can be silly. That's an inciting incident. That's not a spoiler. No one has seen this movie yet, so I'm not spoiling anything. That's just how the comic opens.
Brett, do you have any interest in seeing Superman?
Yeah, I do. I mean, and this is why I'm on the show, because I'm the everyman, but I just don't go to the theater anymore. I love it. I do when my friend Kristian takes me and I get to go to screenings, but I definitely, this is something I am excited about and I would love to see it. And I'll probably love it because I don't have any sort of frame of reference in terms of comics and things. And, my initial thought is the dog looks a little cheesy, but that's just, I know that's an actual comic character.
Got some trailers that dropped just now. One of my most anticipated series and one of my most anticipated movies coming out. The teaser or trailer for Stranger Things just dropped.
Oh, not just the poster. Good, we got more.
No, there's more, but I think I'm going to do the trailer reactions for this after the show drops. I'm going to do two of it, and then the other one is the After the Hunt. Was that one I told you, the new Luca movie with Andrew Garfield and Julia Roberts? That's a new one. I'm going to review or react to both of those after this. I don't even want to see it. I know nothing until I watch the trailers. So we'll see how those look. But as far as Supergirl goes, I ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think that this poster works? Did you like the intro, the outro, for what she's going to do? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. Okay, let's get to some more stories here in the breakdown that was out there. I know we had quite a few today, some really good stories, actually, I thought. And we talked about, I know you did last summer. So the poster, we just mentioned Stranger Things. I'm going to show you the poster, and we'll do like I said, we'll do the trailer a little later on after the show drops. But here is the Stranger Things, the final poster for that. And there we go. Okay. Perfect. Isn't it good? It's real good.
The dark sky.
Yeah, it's real good. I like it. So I mean, it's so.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, it's so old school, like 80s. It's playing, right?
I'm gonna go out and say this is the end game of posters.
Oh, very good.
Ooh.
Yeah. Netflix has unveiled the first poster for the 5th and final season of its supernatural drama series phenomenon, Stranger Things. The poster comes ahead of the teaser trailer for the new 8-episode run, which is expected to go online tomorrow. Set in the fall of 1987, Hawkins is scarred by the opening of the rifts, and our heroes are united by a single goal: find and kill Vecna. But he's vanished, his whereabouts and plans unknown. Complicating their mission, the government has placed the town under military quarantine and intensified its hunt for 11, forcing her back into hiding. As the anniversary of Will's disappearance approaches, so does a heavy, familiar dread. I really like. When does this start? When is this?
This comes out this winter because one of them is on Christmas Day, and then the other drop I think is New Year's.
I think there's 3 drops, isn't there? I thought it was November, December, January. Maybe you're right. I thought there were 3 drops.
It could be 3.
But either way, I think I'm so excited for this season. I'm so excited to see how it's going to end. All 3 of us are all caught up, right?
Oh yeah. I'm just worried about how these kids are going to cope after all this is done. I don't know if they're going to have regular lives. I mean, they've been through a lot.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. I don't know how that I think I'd like to see, a sequel just about their lives afterwards when everything's all cleared up.
Yeah.
Like a little Animal House post credit, but everything's okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
So-and-so stopped bleeding from his eyes, like stuff.
He should stop bleeding from his eyes. It's disgusting.
Stop puking up slugs.
But I don't know. I think that this is going to crush. This is going to absolutely crush on Netflix. It's going to be one of the biggest shows endings ever, especially if they do it the way that we think they're going to do, whether it's 2 drops or 3 drops. Like it's like
It is 3. You were right.
3. Okay. When is the first one? Is it November?
Thanksgiving. November.
Okay.
Yeah.
So November, December, January. So that to me, it's not the way that I ultimately would hope for, where it's week by week, but the fact that they're doing, and what is it, 3, 6, 9? Is it that way, Kris, or is it 4, 8, 12?
I'm not sure. I can double check for you though.
Yeah, because I wonder if it's either way, whether it's 3, 6, 9 or 4, 8, 12. The fact that you'll have enough time to watch them, and then talk about them and get excited for the next batch, and then the next batch, and you're ultimately, if it's 4,
it's 4.
That's okay, because that's like watching one giant movie, like a big Lord of the Rings extended movie, and because even the last season, like the season finale the season finale of season 4 of Stranger Things was like 1 hour and 40 minutes, the last one. So I love how they do this. I'm pretty pumped for it. Brett, do you have any expectations? What do you think is going to happen? Who's dying?
I like I said, I don't know. Maybe they all need to die because they
all
have their lives after them.
Yeah. I think
that's not what I want. I'm saying that I don't know how they're going to go.
All right, prediction. Who dies?
I don't want it to be true, but probably Steve.
I think they teased that too much. I think Steve has been teased too much. I think Dustin can eat it.
Oh, that would be heartbreaking. I mean, most of them dying would be heartbreaking.
It would, but
except Nancy. Nancy can go.
Yeah, you don't care on Nancy.
I'm not a big Nancy.
I couldn't give 2 poops about Nancy.
Did you trade a Barb for a Nancy?
I would trade a Barb any day.
We had such a good bit. I'll never forgive Fernandez for this. We had such a good bit at Collider of the Bachelor spoof we were going to do with Stranger Things, and it was going to be like, and Barb was involved somehow, and we actually had one of the cast members from Bachelor in Paradise that was going to do it, and it was like, I forget how it was involved, but it was really Ken and McCouga, and the way that it was combined with Stranger Things and The Bachelor, and it was right when Stranger Things was hot. Everybody in that office knew that it would have done really, really well. Yeah. Fernandez never watched Stranger Things. Like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, oh man, we were it was a big boo. It was a big boo. We were excited about it.
You think they'll kill 11? You think
who? 11?
Yeah,
he's got a good shot. 11 got a good shot. Yeah. I think if I'm going to Vegas, I'm putting money on 11. But Justin's a quick second. 11's probably up there. Yeah. Yeah, she sacrifice herself or something.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Something like that.
Yeah. So,
that's sad. I'm already sad about it.
Yeah, me too. Okay, like I told you guys, we're not going to review a couple of different reasons not to do the trailer reaction now, but I'll do it afterwards. I'll put it up on the channel. But right now, it's just the excitement for Stranger Things, the poster in general. What say you guys? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right, last story before we get to the questions. This is a Nosferatu director, Robert Eggers, is now going to be directing Werewolf, and he's going back to his old faithfuls. Nosferatu actors Aaron Taylor Johnson, Lily Rose Depp are reportedly set to reunite with that film's director, Robert Eggers, on his next feature, Werewolf, at Focus Features. The story unfolds in 13th century England and reportedly features dialogue that was true to the time period. It will also have translations and annotations as it uses Old English for the dialogue. Eggers and Sean have co-written the Werewolf movie, The Darkest Thing Ever Written. By far, it's expected to feature elements of witchcraft and plenty of gore. Nexus Point News broke the casting report. Their sources claim that Taylor Johnson is set to sprout fur to play the titular werewolf, and while Depp is set to portray his wife. Eggers, who helmed films like The Lighthouse, The Witch, and The Northman, is also developing a Labyrinth sequel. That I'm so excited to see that.
Hell yes.
I'm so excited to see that. And a new Christmas Carol adaptation. That to me is more a Robert Eggers Labyrinth is so interesting to me.
That's gonna be messed up.
How do you do it without Bowie though? You know, who do they get to play Jarrett?
CG Bowie.
A hologram of Bowie.
I'll play Ludo. Ludo.
Oh.
Sarah. Yeah. So I'd like to see that. But as far as, I mean, my first instinct is go, oh, come on, man, get away from monster movies. But then again, I love Nosferatu. It was one of my top movies of the year last year, which I'm sure you didn't see, Kris.
No.
That one is creepy. Brett, as you were asking, no, I know you did last summer, scary. No, this movie Nosferatu was creepy. It was scary. It was hard to look at it sometimes.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, like if you, I would highly recommend that for you if you haven't seen that.
Kris is like my wife. I have to sneak around to watch horror films. Yeah, not a fan.
Yeah, it was Nosferatu was great. So I mean, I think you're getting a little auteur when it comes to we're going to use this kind of language to make it appropriate. It's like, okay, but make sure that you got to understand you're not going to get everybody in the movie theater to see it. But the answer to him can be like, I don't give a shit. I want to make the movie I want to make. And that's kind of what I love about him. He just makes the movies he wants to make. And if that's his vision, that's what he's doing. And if you tell him, well, you can't do that, he's like, that's what I'm doing.
He seems very David Lynch in his approach of just, I don't give a shit about commercial stuff. Why would I focus on that? I want to make what I want to make. I want to make my art. And I think that is really cool and commendable.
Which is why that's so interesting that he's doing a Labyrinth sequel.
I mean, that movie does dances on getting dark and twisted. And you could do some really messed up things that go more into like a Pan's Labyrinth kind of situation.
Oh, definitely. When my oldest, she's now 13, when I tried to show her Labyrinth, she must have been around 8 or 9. She gets a little bit more scared than my current 7-year-old. In the beginning, when the goblins steal the baby, she did not like it. She made me turn it off. She was like, she didn't finish it.
Yeah, you can't do that to a kid.
Yeah. So either way,
I
showed my son Jacob's Ladder when he was 3.
Oh, no, you did not.
No.
I was gonna say, I was like,
oranged his eyes and just sat him down and said, "Learn about life."
You just went into your cranium and pulled out Jacob's Ladder out of nowhere. Ladder. A crazy movie that was.
It gets a little weird. I watched that one in heavy rotation. My buddy had when I first moved to LA, he had like 10 VHSs, and we didn't have cable, and it was like that, Pulp Fiction, National Born Killers. Yeah,
I love the ending. The ending of Jacob's Ladder is fantastic.
That movie is
fantastic. It's crazy. It's a crazy movie. You ever see that one, Kris? Have you ever heard of it?
No, I have heard of it. Okay. My best friend is a huge horror person, and I'm really close with Taylor Gonzalez too, who loves horror, and constantly is like, "You can handle this movie." No, I can't.
No,
I'm such a baby, and I will ruin the experience for everyone. I have to watch it at home and pause every 5 minutes.
You and Winston are so lucky that I got into the movie reactions after I left LA, because I would have done everything in my power to try to make the two of you guys watch horror.
Oh, I'm a nightmare about it. Campia wanted me to watch The Descent, and I read the Wikipedia so I could ruin it, and made the point to be like, I will not watch this. I know what happens.
It's fair. Anyway, what do you guys make of the fact that Robert Eggers is doing a werewolf? That's pretty interesting. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Lily Depp. I mean, that I like the combination. I'm already in. Put your thoughts in there. Let us know. All right. Somehow you guys have climbed to 30.
What?
Oh, look out, everybody.
I know. You got to 30. Now the question is, can you get around 107 more to tie?
I think so. Because here's a big thing. I did watch a movie this last week.
What did you watch, bro?
I watched the K-pop Demon Killers.
Oh, did you love it?
I'm telling you, like, so good. And they need whoever wrote the music for this to do Disney. I haven't seen Disney film songs this catchy and this fun in a long time. I thought it was so good.
Okay.
Super fun.
Sony Animation is killing it. They are doing such cool stuff.
And I was so dumb, though. I guess apparently several times I thought it was a television show. And during the film, I said, "How many episodes is this?" My wife goes, "Once again, this is a film." This is not. Okay, fair enough. I don't listen.
There will be a sequel, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Super successful. All right. Before we jump into the questions, Kris, tell us about your show. What's going on with Two Filthy Casuals?
So over on Two Filthy Casuals, you can go check out. We've got a couple new episodes up. We are on YouTube. We are on it wherever you get your podcast. That's Two Filthy Casuals Pod. And that's with me and Amy Newman talking about fandoms and making it inclusive. So if you want to learn about a new fandom, or hey, you want to know about that Zelda timeline, go check our episodes out. That way you can always engage with us and ask your dumb fan questions without any judgment, because Amy and I are just a couple of nerds trying our best. And then on top of that, I've got my acting studio with my husband, speakfriendstudios.com. We are a Lord of the Rings themed voiceover studio where we teach dialect classes and voiceover classes.
There you go. Brett Sheridan, the channel is moving almost. What do we got right now? How many subscribers we got?
Oh geez, I don't know. Let's go. Let's get on over to the thing. I'm trying to be.
Don't do that now. Don't worry about it.
Very passive about this, but I can't get it consistently. But I thought it would. I thought about putting the new ones out on Wednesday right after this, so I can send you guys straight there. But today I'm going to be doing a Lionel Richie album that I bought. I love Lionel Richie, but I bought it because it has a really cool centerfold picture of it. And then I have 45 Fridays. There's going to be another one coming out on Friday, and I'm just having a lot of fun. And God, Kristian, the people that have been responding, and it's just like like you said and you told me to do, I'm having so much fun with this, and I'm not like going, oh God, I need thousands of followers or whatever. I'm just having a lot of fun making this show.
Good. Yeah, you had a lot. I mean, you had your first video. I did like 100 comments on the video.
Yeah, it was so great.
That's great. So people go check Brett's channel out. I think it should be, if it's not, Luke or PLD will add the link to both Chris's show and Brett's show in the description. But you really should check it out. Let's get Brett to 1,000 subscribers before the end, because if we get to 1,000 subscribers, Brett is going to drop his rate.
100%.
100%. All right, Tom Hanks, 4585. 1 out of 2. I saw Superman and I liked it. 7 out of 10. Okay. There were 3 teens who kept talking, walking down the stairs, moving seats, and on their phones. We moved twice and we still couldn't avoid them. Makes you not want to go to the movies. It really does. Probably affected my enjoyment. I can understand why. Love the acting and theme. Story was jumbled for me. I had a similar, well, that's not true. I didn't have a similar experience, but I had an experience that I quickly changed. So it was, I can't remember which movie. I think it was Smurfs. I believe it was Smurfs. I can't even remember which one it was, but one of the, no, it was, I know what you did last summer. So these people come and sit behind me, and this woman starts banging her knees on the back of the chair. And I'm like, okay, once or twice it happens. You move your legs around, happening again. And I do the thing like, hey, I'm right here, so let's not do that again. And then, but again, so I'm like, forget it. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to be that person. I just got up and I moved. Because I smartly, what I did yesterday is that I potentially was going to have a guest, knew they weren't going to show up, put my bag on the chair just in case they did show up. Then I got the text, I'm not coming. I figured that was going to happen anyway, but took the bag off. By the time I was like, nobody needs a seat. Great. Now I can move over and sit in that seat. And that's what I did. I got the hell out of the way, but it's not that easy. People, and there was another woman, it was Smurfs, where the woman had a phone because she was bored out of her mind. So she's watched her looking at her phone. And I'm like, no, if I don't get to do that, you can't do that. People have no etiquette.
These are other reviewers or this is
I think that there are some guests that came in though too, but yeah, they were. I mean, I don't know. The knee to the back could be anybody.
Yeah, that seems like something you stop doing around 4 or 5. But maybe up to 8.
No, she was, and she was sipping on her straw. This woman was like she could be like her mid-40s. She was sipping on her straw. I'm like, you're doing this on purpose. It was horrible. It's bad. I don't.
She was a writer on Smurfs. She was heard what you said, and
I'm telling you, I have gotten to that place that everything annoys me. When it comes to going to the movies now, everything annoys me because when I'm even the critics yesterday, they're having these conversations, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm listening to some of these critics having these conversations, and I'm like, please stop, just talk about normal life right now. Yeah. This is not that important what you're talking about. Oh my God, please stop. And even on the train yesterday, I tweeted this out on the train yesterday. I said, I'm on the Long Island Railroad. and these conversations are so loud that I'm hearing everything everyone's talking about. And there's this one woman who's talking so loud to this other woman, and I know that her dad owns this company, and there was this guy that worked at the company, and this guy got fired because he was stealing money from this place, but he was also having an affair at the same time. And I'm listening to all of this go down, and I'm like, and I wrote, as I hear this, I tweet out and I go, listening to everyone on the conversations on the Long Island Railroad, it makes me realize, fuck, I forgot my headphones again. Damn it. Anyway, Tom Hanks after credits. The lady said I waited 10 minutes for that, but they warned you. They warned you that after credits aren't Marvel after credits. I liked, Kris, what do you think of the after credits?
I thought they were fine. It was cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't anticipating, oh my gosh, so connect all the threads and then I can go home and make my conspiracy map about Brainiac.
Right. No, we didn't need that for this one. I dug it. 33 questions thus far. Unheard Sirens Incorporated. I'm not as negative about The Last Jedi as some, but I don't need Rian Johnson to ever touch Star Wars again. Keep making Knives Out movies. I'm all Blanc for life. Oh yeah, I didn't get into. I didn't read that story. We can read that story real quick. Because let me just put a super chat in about it. So let's talk about that one. I forgot all about it. Thank you for reminding me. All right. So Rian Johnson says that the scrapped Star Wars trilogy. By the way, this is the first time we're hearing that it's scrapped, because it wasn't scrapped as of a month ago. The filmmaker added that he is open to the other Star Wars projects in the future. I would be thrilled, he says. Rian Johnson shed some insights about his Star Wars trilogy Lost to Either in a Galaxy Far, Far Away, revealing that work on his hit murder mystery Knives Out is ultimately what took precedent. In a recent interview with Rolling Stone, the filmmaker behind 2017 Star Wars The Last Jedi explained that he and Lucasfilm President Kathleen Kennedy did indeed brainstorm ideas for the planned 3-film saga, but when the whodunit Knives Out came along, his focus simply shifted. Nothing really happened with it. We had a great time working together, and they said, let's keep doing it. I said, great. Johnson recalled, I would kick ideas around with Kathy. The short version is Knives Out happened. I went off and made Knives Out, and it was off to the races making murder mysteries. It's the sort of thing down the line, if there's an opportunity to do it or do something else, Star Wars, I'd be thrilled. Leaving the door open to return to that world, but right now I'm just doing my own stuff, and I'm pretty happy. Johnson says there was never any outline or treatment or anything for the remainder of the film, so he did note that the ideas he had were all very conceptual without further elaboration. Lucasfilm first announced the planned trilogy in November 2017, a month before Last Jedi. This more so shows the issue of what was wrong with Lucasfilm than anything else. If all of that is true, right? It's like, hey, we want you to do a trilogy. Before this one comes out, you got a trilogy. What's the trilogy? I don't know. It's just conceptual stuff. You got it. Okay, cool. We don't know what it's about. Doesn't matter. You're a guy. What? And so then I also don't believe. I kind of believe and don't believe the Knives Out part of it. The part I do believe is, hey, I'm doing Knives Out now, so if it comes around, I'm not going to be available. But what I think happened is, hey, we're getting a lot of pushback. People aren't really digging this. We're going to kind of focus another way here. I'll make the phone call and see if he's still interested. But he's like, no, I'm working on Knives Out now. Knives Out isn't the reason it didn't happen. That's let's be very honest about that. But what do you think about this, Kris?
Oh, I saw that news story. I went, okay, I don't believe you.
Right.
I don't think that's the case, buddy, but sure, tell yourself that, big shooter. I think, yeah, it's a great way to pivot. It's the kind of this actor really wanted to be involved, but scheduling conflicts. That's how it feels. Right. It feels like a very PR way of excusing yourself from something that wasn't going to happen.
But it also doesn't make sense because remember when Kathleen Kennedy a month ago, whatever, said, here are all the movies. We're focusing on single movies. We're doing this. We're not going to be connected anymore. We're not doing trilogies anymore. What's your slate of movies? We're doing this, and there's 2 trilogies. We say you're not doing 2 trilogies. Like, there's 2 trilogies. There's Simon Kinberg's trilogy and there's Rian Johnson's trilogy. It was still there. It was still on the thing. So he's basically saying it's not going to happen. We all knew it. I remember arguing with people inside of the Schmodown who said, oh yeah, you keep saying that Rian Johnson trilogy is not going to happen. It's coming. It's like, it's never coming. Never. And that's exactly what the case is. The same way Taika Waititi, that movie, never happened.
No.
So first of all, I think I will say Rian Johnson should be doing Knives Out. He's loving doing it. He's having fun doing it. He's having success doing it. People really enjoy it, and I'm glad that that's where he's going. But yeah, I don't think that this is something that he should be doing or really wants to be doing, to be honest with you. So, yeah. All right. Cisco 017. Yesterday's show is on Spotify. I am aware I had to run out of here. When I ran out of so basically what happens is once the show is over, I take the file, I put it on Spotify. It's the first thing that I do once I'm done, so I don't forget. Problem is yesterday, Roxy and Mike still took over the show for me when I left early, so I was already on the train by the time they were wrapping up, and I got home at like midnight last night, so I was like, the last thing I was going to do is put something on Spotify. I'll put both this show and last night's show on Spotify today. I promise. Okay. 35 and a new member coming in hot here.
Nice.
Yay.
Music Me 4618. Good time to be a member. A lot of good stuff going on. A lot of unedited reactions also. So please go and check that out. Okay. So let's see. Next one after that. Excited for both these trailers too. I can't wait. Both anticipated movie and TV show right after this. Mr. Dave Duque. Shackman confirmed that Malkovich was cut from Fantastic Four. Didn't we know that already, Kris?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I thought we knew that already. Yeah. I'm going to see it on Monday at 6 p.m.
Fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Monday at 6 p.m. And then, Brett, you come in the following week, right?
Oh, man. I guess
think
so.
you come in the following week. We're gonna try. I'm hoping that a Naked Gun screening is when you're.
Oh, yes.
I'm hoping.
Fun.
Yeah. Armada 8YT. Can we get drunk, Kris and Brett? Oh, can we get drunk, Kris and Brett pitching to Kris what the next Superman is about?
Brett, you want to be drunk first?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'll set you guys up. Hey, I know you guys have been out, but I've been asking you guys to, really think on this, and I'm glad you came in 15 minutes late. But nonetheless, what is this next Superman movie going to be about? We got to know. We got to tell the investors. Brett, go.
I have no idea, but it's going to be woke. I know it'll be woke.
Oh, okay. Kris?
Listen, I got a lot of ideas. So, First of all, what we're going to do is we didn't see what happened to Morpho's wife, right? We don't know where she is, but they had a baby. So Les Luthor, he turned her entirely into kryptonite. She's just a lump of kryptonite. We put that in John Corbin, so we have Metallo now. And then he fights Metallo. So he's just this big skeleton guy with a kryptonite core. And that way we can set up Batman getting that, and then we'll do Tower of Babel. It's gonna be Jimmy Gunn. You get him on the phone because this is gold. This is fire.
Wow. Sounds like a bunch of liberal nonsense.
It will be, Brett. And you know what? Hot girl is gonna kiss a woman, and Lois Lane is gonna keep wearing pants. That's gonna be great. Crypto's gonna be in an interspecies relationship.
Oh my god! Oh my!
Never trust a woman in pants.
Sean McCabe said, I saw Superman yesterday for my birthday. Great film. There you go, Sean.
Yay.
We'll be seeing Sean and other people. Guys, August 9th. Don't forget, August 9th, myself and Sam, we're doing our first live show. We hope you guys can be there. Please go and check it out. Yes, Smurfs review. Please go and check that out. Smurfs review is up.
Boom.
Let's see. Danny next page. Possible live reaction to the Johnny Cage teaser. I didn't realize. Is that just Mortal Kombat 2? I'm gonna have to do a bunch of reactions, I guess. After we'll do 3. That'll be the rest of my day. Jake N2W. As a lifelong Zelda fan and a follower of yours since your W review. Oh my god, that was literally our first review that we ever did on Schmoes. On Schmoes No. Wow. I'd have never thought a Zelda movie would be your main headline. It's trippy. I probably beat Ocarina of Time 23 times. I just know that this is going to be a big movie. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a big thing, and I think that's one of the things. Jake, I mean, for me, knowing what Zelda is and not being a hardcore gamer of that or fan of that game, not that I'm not a fan of it, I just didn't play it. Was that the idea of having this fantasy movie? It's intriguing to me. So, yeah, and Kris, you've been playing the games how long?
I got a Nintendo 64 when I was 9.
Oh wow.
And it's been ever since. Just me throwing controllers and screaming at my television.
And Brett has been playing it probably since
the golden age of
Unheard Sirens Incorporated. People with shoes on is a complaint by Quentin Tarantino. 100%. Yeah. Shay Markel. I don't want to hate on Smurfs. There are a lot of hardworking people involved in making that project, but I was shocked when I saw you went to see it. Yeah, look, it's one of those things that, like I told you, the people that worked on it, the actors and everything else, they did what they could do. There wasn't any like performances about it. It was a very sloppy script, and it was kind of it was chaotic. That was the whole thing. So yeah, I went to see it for, again, I always look for something that I can take my little one to, and that's not the one. Isaiah Smith, I agree. Since Ocarina is near the beginning of the timeline, it would be a good way. Am I saying that right? Ocarina?
Mm-hmm. Ocarina, yeah.
Okay, it would be a good way to start. Hopefully, they cast a great Ganondorf.
Mm-hmm.
And Link doesn't talk. Yeah,
they're all made up names. We all need to calm down a little bit too. Every name is made up, and it's okay if we don't know how to say them the first time.
It could be Zelda. We don't know.
It could be.
Who's ever said it out loud that made it?
I had so much fun yesterday giving Mike crap. He called Ving Rhames Ving Roms.
Oh, nice.
That's my favorite. Is it Ving who? Ving Roms.
It's very prestigious. Ving Roms.
Ving Roms. Ving Roms is going to be in the next one. And if you see it, we've got Ving Roms. We signed him to a contract. Ving Roms.
And Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes. Shay Markel. Kris, have you done any voice work for anime?
I have. I started as an anime voice actor with Sentai Filmworks back in Houston. They're a really great company that works exclusively with Houston or Texas theater actors so that we can be full-time actors since stage work doesn't pay very well. But if you want to check one out that I'm super proud of, I love Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere. I'm a German witch angel thing in that. And then there's another one called Ungo that I play the lead heroine in it. It's really fun. There's a whole bunch of them. You can go check them out.
I think you should do that one. Are you having trouble falling asleep? You have like that
the Lunesta one
voice. Yeah, I would love to have you make those type of that. Your voice is very. I could listen to you lull me to sleep.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
But you're interested, not in that way, but you just saying your voice is very
You're just so goddamn boring, Kris.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate that very much. I would love that. This is a new feature we can offer on the show. If you get us to win this week, I will make a personal voice memo that people can fall asleep to.
There you go. She'll do that, and Brett will lower his prices. All right, here we go. So go, pal. I'm looking forward to, I know what you did last summer when it gets to streaming, but I even thought the Prime series was adequate. Not a horror guy, but this is my college. Yeah. I didn't realize it had a Prime series, and I also didn't realize it was a third one. I only thought there were two. Someone told me yesterday there was three of them. I had no idea. But definitely college for sure. I remember my friends going to see that. Geek Lodestar's curious as to what story they will tell in Legend of Zelda if it goes from time travel, time loops, interdimensional travel, dark dimensions, separate timelines, and generational curses. That's why I think you could do 45 movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right?
This would definitely be a Lord of the Rings like epic type, trilogy.
Yeah.
I would say. I would hope it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Actors.
Brett, how's your boy doing with the guitar?
Dude, he's killing it. He is so like I think it's officially a year since he started playing it. And he's playing bass now, and he just put out on his own Instagram he played the rhythm and the lead guitar of a Smashing Pumpkins song and patched it together and did it. I was just like, awesome. And he's playing all my music too, all my 90s grunge.
Cool.
Stuff. Loving
That's really cool. Boy Wolfie, I always thought that the Smurfs as a movie would work best if they were treated inspired from something like the Seven Dwarfs of Snow White. Well, like the essence is there, and like the stuff is there, but I just feel like maybe there's just been so many stories told about them they just didn't know where to go with it, because they just do this generic thing about no name, finding a name. It's so stupid. Jake, praying that the story for Zelda doesn't involve going the He-Man route and having Link be a kid from the real world who stumbles into Hyrule by accident, or have Rian Johnson play Dorina or something. I don't think that's going to happen because Nintendo is so heavily involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's usually The problem is when the studio execs and everything and the development team gets a hold of it and the video game people kind of take the back seat.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. So I don't think that's going to happen. Mike Joyce, do I need to see the second I Know What You Did Last Summer before the new one? I would tell you yes, but if you don't, it's not going to ruin anything for you. I saw the second one so many years ago. I didn't remember anything except one particular thing that I was like, oh, I'm glad I remembered that because of, but that was it. So one bad Cajun. Zaflartenflaus needs to come back and have a fake affair with Kris as Big Balls gets increasingly jealous and has arguments with Flaus. Do you know who Zaflartenflaus even is?
No, you guys have mentioned it a couple times. I'm like, what the hell?
I think we save Zaflartenflaus and even telling Kris who Zaflartenflaus is until he actually does come back. We can make Brett. Do you think if we called him up, he would come back for one show?
With Kris? We could convince him to come out of the.
So? All right, we have to do it because I don't want to tell Kris who it is. I'd want her to meet him.
Yeah, right. And it's so fun that he pops up on different videos that I do for different channels. That people
do people keep saying
people? Yeah, you got a ton of people for the Above Board channel to comment about Zaflartenflaus. People are like, what are they talking about?
There's Sam just noticed his album. She's walking into this. She thought it was the best. I showed her. Anyway, we'll once Kris learns more about it, we'll go more into the history of the flirt.
Okay.
Mike Joyce, Brett was right about Elmo. What were you right about?
Oh, Elmo.
Happened Elmo
came out and made a video, I think, recently or something. There's something. Elmo popped up recently.
Oh, okay. Trey Porter. So in other words, Kristian, Supergirl is Hancock. That makes sense. I get it. That's a good way to explain it.
Great comparison.
Yeah, it's a good way to explain it. Okay, the Shay Markel. I would have loved if the MCU played more into the Hulk being a dissociative identity disorder as a result of childhood trauma. I'll be happy to see a hero story that is dealing with trauma in Supergirl. Yeah, if it's done correctly, I agree. Totally agree. Yeah. Mr. J. Anderson, listening in while grilling a tomahawk out on the deck. That sounds delicious. Have a good Wednesday. So I know it's support for Brett. Brett, one good news for you is I'm going to have my grill and my deck set up. We can grill some steaks out there when you're.
Oh, 100%. But we do have to go get one of those Sarah slices.
Oh yeah, we will. You want to get one of those?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right. We should go with him.
Yeah.
We'll go with him. He'll come with us. Mr. Dave. Apparently, Voldemort has been cast in the Harry Potter show, but HBO is going to keep it secret. Who would you guys like in the role? Oh man,
I don't know. Someone evil.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know the answer. I mean, someone said, what's his face from Oppenheimer? Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy.
Okay, yeah,
he could be interesting.
That could be fun. Benedict Cumberbatch would be good too.
Yeah, that should be good too. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the casting so far has been pretty decent. So let's the photos of those kids are pretty good too. My choice. Ilya was fun. Shame it didn't do better. Yeah, my kids and my wife are going to see that tomorrow. So this is a good call. Chris J. Herman, you know who Eggers will get to play Jareth in his live? Willem Dafoe, the Green Goblin, the Goblin King. Yeah, I don't know.
Willem Dafoe would be a good Voldemort.
William Dafoe would be a good Voldemort. Yeah, he would. But I really want to see who they were going to get to play Jareth. So interesting. Okay, my choice. Although, if I sided with the ant more than Ilya, does that mean I'm officially old? Yeah, but welcome to the team.
Yeah.
For sure. Did you see that movie, Kris? I forget.
I have not seen it yet. But this is the moment too, though, like when you go, oh, Ariel's so annoying.
Yeah.
Right? When she's like, Daddy, I love him. You're 16. Shut up.
Goodil Veras. There's no way I got that right. I hope I did. Sorry, I didn't. Hey, Kristian, what's it going to take for you and Sam to react to the Terrifier movies leading up to the last next year? The reactions will be fantastic. Trust me. There's no world. This is where I start to land into the Kris Carr side of it. I have no interest in those movies. Sure, they're great. I'm sure people have a lot of fun with them. I have no interest in them. From even what I've heard, some of the graphic stuff that happens, I don't need it in my life. Don't really care about it. Be interesting to have Sam and Tina do it together. I'll tell you that if they wanted to, let them watch it together. But they like watching that shit. But I have no interest. Jake, avoiding the Stranger Things teasers, I want to go in blind. But the final episode of season 4 was actually 2.5 hours. There you go.
Wow.
Each episode is an event. Yeah. So two episodes. I love that they're doing 4, 4, and 4. You just scarf down those 4 episodes. You're like, more. You're like, not yet. Wait a month. Next month comes. Yeah. No, give me more. Nope. Wait 1 more month. Mike Joyce. Brett, would you do Mixcloud show like Dorina and Ken do?
Yeah, if I knew what that was. I love Mixcloud. I think it was on Dorina's. I know I was a part of her show. I did like a pre-recorded thing. Yeah. So is that what Mixcloud is, that you're able to play full songs and stuff? So. But that's the thing, is I got to chop mine up a lot so I don't get blocked.
Yeah. Calvin Pano. Hey, Chris, can I get your thoughts on the last season of Doctor Who and the departure? Always loved you on Campia, and I'm loving you here.
Oh, thank you so much. I miss the Campia guys too. I hope they have me on remote soon. Gosh, I'm probably going to mispronounce his name, so I apologize. Ncuti Gatwa left the show. It was pretty jarring because he'd only been on there for 2 seasons, but he has said in interviews too that it's just such an emotionally and physically taxing show, which may sound kind of crazy because right now he's doing so much intense theater. But when you do a play, right? Yeah, you're in rehearsals and you have those days, but once it's up on its feet, you do that play and you get to go do other stuff. When you're on set and when you're number 1 on the call sheet and you have an incredibly emotional show with a lot of physical stunt work, you're there for, a 9-hour day at best. And he talked about my body's starting to get old and I want to do other things. So it totally makes sense. That takes up a lot of your time and it's a really intense fandom to be part of, but I'm sure he'll come back too.
Okay, so next one here is HR White 0803. I'm 54, old man card. I play 1 video game every 2 to 3 years. Is the Indiana Jones game worth picking up? If you're an Indiana Jones fan, yes. The game is the most Indiana Jones feeling thing that I have been part of or even seen since Last Crusade. I love it. I thought that the lead actor does an incredible job really getting the essence of who Indy is. I like the story. For me, it's old man card. I got stuck in the damn village for an hour. But that's just me. I'm terrible at games. But the story I really enjoyed, and I still need to finish it up. But it's if you're an Indiana Jones fan, absolutely it is. Have you played it, Brett?
I didn't. I gave it to we got a free one with a computer that we bought at work, and I let somebody else who would appreciate it more because I probably would have put it off and gotten stuck on a level and very frustrated. But it looked really cool, and I think I took over a show for you one day, and Roxy had gone out at the end too, and I did do the last 20 minutes, and I had to review.
Oh yeah, right.
Trailer for that.
Right, yeah, I remember that. I was in Tampa. It was last year. Do you have, either one of you guys have Xbox Game Pass?
No, we're PlayStation over here.
Okay. Do you have Xbox?
My son has it on his computer.
Okay.
You what, Game Pass?
Yeah.
And you can get it. It's available at Game Pass. Indiana Jones.
So I have to get him off that darn computer, kids these days.
Jack Lewis. Kristian, did you see Mike Francesca's review of Superman? Funny stuff. I did. I mean, he's like me. He's a grouchy old man. I didn't agree with 90% of what he was talking about, but I thought it was an entertaining review. Poot Shoot Riot. Peg Boys for Life. The trailer dropped. Nice. Rhino Dick from 28 Years Later is the villain in it. Perfect. Brett, what did you think of it?
Oh, amazing. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat.
Full review.
That's my full review. It was a painful to watch. It kind of was a lot of the movie was a pain in the ass, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know how many Peg's butt jokes I can make. Just once I see Pegboy pop up, I lose it.
Yep. J Mobile. I didn't think Soups was bad, but it was meh. Kind of forgettable in my opinion. And nothing. Oh my God, that's amazing. Also, humor was silly and corny and looked cartoony. Fair assessment. And totally fair. Jake, you know, I'm something of a dark lord myself.
Damn it. I thought it when it was happening. Good job, Jake.
Well done. Right now we're at 39, and that's the end.
Hey,
but what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys a quick chance to make a Steph-like comeback, see if it's possible. In doing so, Brett, give one last plug here to the channel. Where can people find you?
Yeah, the Brett Sheridan channel. I think it's just at Brett Sheridan, but I've put the link in wrong several times into my Instagram. And then I guess I'll just drop it as soon as the show ends, and I'll put it in the chat right towards the end here. But please just check it out. I'm having a lot of fun, and come give suggestions, give me pointers. I'm up to people telling me what they think I should do differently and what they like.
Kris Carr.
Hey, yeah, you can go check out Two Filthy Casuals Pod on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. And remember, if you give us a couple more questions, we might do some really great sleep study stuff. We could have a great little voice memo for you, a real great drunk ramble for you, something where I'm talking to this mic really closely.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes.
So
So, guys, make sure that you follow both Kris Carr and Brett. Let's get Brett to 1,000 subscribers. Come on, let's do it. Thanks for being here. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, I'll have both yesterday's episode and today's up. Look for trailers for both Stranger Things and After the Hunt. That will be up today. I'm going to get those done as soon as I sign off the show here today. But I appreciate you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with Steph. And that's it, man. Thanks again. Appreciate you. We'll see you on the flip side.